Hello. Okay, so I don't know why, but this for some reason is a little bit difficult to talk about for me. But I've been challenged to share my story, talk about my story. Reason being is that this could be your story. Like maybe you can relate. Hey, Amy. Maybe you find a little encouragement in my story. I don't know. But let's just talk about it. Hey, Sylvia, thank you guys for joining. So, I was invited to a Facebook party, and it was about this amazing mascara, and I kept seeing these amazing pictures, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend $29 on a mascara. Like, who spends $29 on a mascara? Like, I mean, you should see my pictures from back then of when I thought I was actually wearing a lot of makeup, and I wasn't. But my skills have changed, but I didn't understand the reason for good quality makeup. And maybe that is why I had so much acne. Like that could have been like hey Beth, a reason why I had a really bad cystic acne. Maybe it was because I didn't understand the value of good makeup. But now I do. So anyway, $29 mascara, it looked amazing, but I was like, $29, that's kind of a lot. So, hi Maria. So, I actually had asked like all of my friends, like my coworkers are some of like my best friends in this whole world. I did ask my best friend. I asked, people that I was around and I was familiar with, and nobody had heard of this mascara. And I was like, $29 for a mascara that nobody's heard of. But those pictures just look so amazing. And the thing is the friend who was sharing the pictures with me, that shared the party with me, was somebody that I valued their opinion. I think that's an important thing, is that when you trust somebody that is sharing a product that they love, hey Heather, that they love with you, then you're like, ooh, maybe it is worth it. Maybe it is. So it was one of those friends. Hey Sandra, it was a friend that I valued her opinion. So I said, okay, fine, I'll order one. So I ordered the mascara. I got home really late one night. I was actually leaving to go, I'm in California, and I was actually leaving to work in Fort Lauderdale for 2 weeks the next day, and it was delivered, and I got home really late. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, ran to the mailbox. I had just washed my face, actually, so I was, getting ready for bed, and I realized that this mascara was there, and I didn't want to wait and try it in the morning, because what if I didn't like it? What if I didn't know how to apply it? I'd go to the airport all crazy looking. So I went ahead 10 o'clock at night and I tried this mascara, and it was like the heavens opened up. It was like, oh, it was so easy to apply. It was our two-step process, or two process, but we call it a two-step, even though it's a three-step. Hi, Kiara. Thank you ladies for joining. So, obviously, it was like, the best mascara in the world. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So all those people, all the friends that I had asked, hey, like, hi, Andrea, had asked, like, have you heard of this mascara? Do you know anything about it? All of those people, said, no, I haven't, but if you buy it, let me know if you liked it. So I liked it. I loved it. I was like, it was one of those things, like when you get an amazing hairspray or amazing tooth whitening, toothpaste, or a nail polish that doesn't chip, and you're like, you tell your friends, right? Like, you're just like, you share it. Hi, Lisa. You share the information. A good movie. I'm going to go see a movie tonight. If I like it, I'm going to tell you all about it, right? So that's kind of what happened. So I told all those people about the mascara, and everybody was like, I think I want to try one of those. How did you get it? So I went back to my friend and I was like, hey, I don't know how this works. So let me back up one step. I was somebody that if you invited me to an in-home party, of course, I didn't know anything about Facebook parties, because Younique actually was the first company that utilized social media, like, as their platform. Like, Younique, that was Younique's platform, was a social media driven advertising, like that's what we do, right? We advertise products. At that time, I'd only known about in-home parties or catalog parties. And, you know, if you invited me to one, I would probably come up with every excuse not to go unless my closest friends were going to be there and it was just really going to be a party to hang out. You know what I mean? Like go drink and eat with your besties and have some laughs. But I didn't understand network marketing. It's not that I didn't necessarily believe in network marketing. I didn't see anybody successful in it where, like, I just felt like everybody just jumped, right? Hi, Jamie. Hey, Bill. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Lisa. Thank you guys for jumping on. I just felt like, you know, somebody would have a party and you would go to this party and then the next week or the next month or the next, 6 months from now, they either weren't doing it at all anymore or they were doing it, they had a different company. So I felt like if these products were so good, why weren't these people sticking with it, right? So they must not be so good. And sometimes, sometimes the price point of these products are higher than you would get on, well, now Amazon or, Target or whatever, wherever you shop, whatever the product was, oftentimes the price point was a little bit higher. And so maybe the quality was better. Like, I don't know, back to my statement about good quality makeup at the beginning, obviously the quality of the makeup that I use now is way better than the quality of makeup that I used at that point that a $29 mascara was too much. So I don't know if this is like coming out the right way, but I kind of had a negative feel of direct sales. That's it. Okay. So going into when now my friends are coming and saying, hey, did you like that mascara? I said, yes, I loved that mascara. It's the best mascara and it's the only mascara I'm ever going to wear again. And then now they're saying, okay, I want to get some of this. So then I go to my friend and I'm like, hey, I think you hosted a party online. I've never seen that happen before, but it seems super easy. It seems super fun. And I got like 5 people who want to order the mascara right now. Can I host one of those parties that you did? Hold on, let me get my refresher. And she was like, she was so good. I talk about this story all the time about how did I sign up, And she sent me the link. And she said, this is what I did. That's all she said. Well, what she did is she signed up as a presenter. She wasn't just hosting a party. Like, she had started a business and I supported her business. I didn't realize that she had started a business. I thought she was just hosting a party. So I get this link and it's to sign up. Now, mind you, I had never been a part of direct sales before. I had no sales experience in my life. I worked at a clothing store, but it wasn't on commission and I wasn't there to sell. Like, I was just there to, do a job, I guess not do the job well because I wasn't trying to sell a product. I was just answering their questions. Kind of what I do now, right? Like, I'm not trying to sell you products. I'm sharing the products that I love and I'm telling you how it might fit into your environment. And if you like it, you like it. And if it's not something that floats your boat, I don't hound you to try to buy something, right? So maybe it was kind of the same experience. But anyway, back to that. So she sends me the link, says, this is what I did. That's all she said. She goes, this is what I did. I click on it and I see that I'm actually joining a company. So what I was trying to say is that I didn't know anything about direct sales. So I didn't know that, some companies have auto ships. Some companies have fees that are related to it on an ongoing basis. That there's all these different things that you need to look out for. I didn't know about any of that. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Becky. Hey, April. And so I just clicked the button and I saw that it was $99. I saw that with tax and shipping, it was $112. And, I saw that in my kit, I got a mascara. Hey, Kirsten, that I know that I had somebody who already wanted to buy that one because I just bought my own mascara, right? Like, I don't need another one a week later, but I can sell that one, right? I can sell that one to my friend who said that they wanted to buy one. So that brings the cost down by $29, right? Well, plus tax. So then I saw that at that time I was getting like all these eyeshadows. I got some like eye brushes. The kit now is way more amazing. Like way more amazing than what floated my boat at that time. Okay. So what I did is I clicked join, not knowing if I had any auto ships, not knowing if there were any fees, not wanting to tell my husband what I just did. And so I had one goal, and one goal only was to earn back those $99 before my kit arrived on my front door. Okay. That's the one goal, because when that kit arrived on my front door, most likely my husband was going to know at that point that I had signed up to sell a product that he's like, this isn't you. Like, you're not a saleswoman. Like, what are you doing, right? Like, you don't take selfies. You don't apply makeup very much. I say I did at that point, but it was nothing like this. I look back at some pictures and it doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup. Hi, Laura. It was really, really funny when I look back and I was like, that was like a night out for me. And I thought like I looked amazing. And I look at the picture now and I'm like, did I even wear makeup? Like, I don't get it. What was I doing? What took me 30 minutes in my bedroom, like putting on my face when it didn't even look like I was wearing makeup? But anyway, okay, so that's not the point of this. So I did it. I actually earned back my money in like 4 days. Okay, my kit money in like 4 days. Amazing, right? You know how I did it? I did it because we have a website that all of our customers can go to and purchase. And the moment I clicked join, that website was activated. So I just told my friends that had wanted, you know, I had asked them if they knew this mascara, and then, hi Janelle, and then they now wanted the mascara because I tried it and I liked it. So I sent them the link and I said, this is where you can get your mascara. I should have done what my friend did, right? And just said, this is what I did, and have them join. That would have been the smart thing to do. But I didn't. I just went ahead and, you know, sold the mascara. So I earned my kit money in like 4 days. I got my first promotion in a week. I got my second promotion in 3 weeks. And then, so that was yellow, that was pink, blue and green, pink and blue, it was within 45 days. So that next month of, because we qualify first of the month to end of the month. So it was that next month is when I hit both pink and blue in 1 month, and then I hit green the next month. So I promoted 1, 2, 3, 4 times in 3 months. In 3 months, I had promoted the 4 times, right? Did I just do that right? That was an explosion. Do you guys understand that level that I hit is what we consider a leadership level? That means that's like the sweet spot. So I did that in 3 months. Can you imagine that? Like, that is absolutely amazing. Okay. So what is happening to me during this time that this is going on? I'm realizing that so when I started, there was no training. Our company was just so new, right? Like, so it was like a brand new company. They're 5 years old right now. Okay. So this was 4 years ago that I joined. I joined in 2014. So there was no training out there. There was like, people just said, get people to book parties, and then from the parties, sponsor people and teach them, hey Liz, and teach them to sponsor and book parties. Like, that was just what we're told. Like, there was nothing. So I had to become, resourceful. Like, that was the biggest thing. And I was proud of myself because I was promoting, because I was finding little snippets of training on YouTube I just like searched Younique, and I started finding like some leaders that had, you know, been with the company for a year, were doing these trainings, and I was listening to these trainings, but I had to go find those trainings, right? I had to go search for this stuff. I didn't just sit there and say, now somebody tell me what to do. I went and I found what I call my mentors. Those people didn't know that they were mentoring me, right? Because it was all online, but they were mentoring me. So I was resourceful. I was finding that I was successful. And this was exciting me. So I was becoming MakeupMandie. So when I first started, before I started with Younique, you know, I was a mom of four. My husband had a successful business. So I was Brian's wife. I was, you know, Braden, Evan, Tyler, Zoe's mom. I was, at that time I was a analyst, in our pricing department at my company. So I was, you know, the pricing analyst. Like I wasn't Mandie. Like I didn't know who Mandie was. I was these people's thing. I'm not saying that right, but I didn't have an identity. I didn't have a hobby. I didn't have, anything that, you know, I was the redhead. You know what I mean? Like like that was probably the most unique thing about me. I wanted to be something. I wanted to be someone, like I don't know. I'm not saying, I know I'm not. I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, that I had no identity, right? Like you're just, especially when you have kids, like your whole world just starts revolving around them. Like, right? Like it's your job to now feed them and bathe them and change their diapers. And if they wake up in the middle of the night, guess what? You have to wake up in the middle of the night. Like all of your duties was because of somebody. I guess that's really what it was. Like I had nothing of my own. Everything I did was because my manager at my company told me what to do, or my kids had needs that I needed to take care of, or my husband's company needed something from me, or my husband needed something from me. Like I did stuff because I was needed, not because I was wanting to do it. And I think that is why, now remember, when I signed up with Younique, I really didn't know what I was signing up for. Like I tell people, like, I feel like the spirit just grabbed me and told me to do it. I did not think twice about it. I didn't hesitate. It really took me probably about 4 minutes from the moment she said, this is what I did, until I hit that submit button. Like it really, nothing stopped me. Nothing stood in my way. I had no hesitation. I probably because I didn't know that there could be these fears out there, right, at that time. But I also didn't sign up going, I'm going to the top of the company. Like I didn't even know what the top of the company meant. Those promotions that I told you I was getting, I didn't know that I was getting those. I didn't realize that any of that was happening. I was just selling this amazing mascara, right? Like that's all I was doing. So what I found now is that I have an identity. I have something that's mine. I have something that when I come home from work and, you know, people are like, I need you to do this for me. I need you to do that. I need you to do, and I say, no, hold on. I got my stuff to take care of right now, right? Like it's kind of like this I felt accomplished. And then being able to continually to promote, if you've never been in a network marketing business before, I'll tell you two things. It's simple. It is so simple, especially right now, especially today. Everything is duplicatable. I have an entire party set up that all you have to do is copy and paste and do. It is so easy. We have Eric Worre, who is like the guru of network marketing. Younique has hired him for a year to come in and train us. We have this program that I believe I spent $500 to get that and one other program. It's called 20 and 30. I have in my back office right now for free because Younique paid for it for us to have it, okay? So you have access for that. It is a whole new environment than when I first started. It is almost plug and play? I think that's what they call it. Like, you don't have to go work smarter, not harder, and that's exactly what we have right now, okay? So, but I will tell you, what I was going to say when I got distracted with that statement is that, every month, if you've never been in network marketing before, I guess I assume that all companies are like this. I don't know. But every month, on day one of the month, all of your goals start over. Okay, so that's how it works for Younique. You start back over at zero. First of the month, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, all that work that I did is gone. But the thing is you now have that goal to achieve that again at the end of that month. So every single month you're pushing yourself. You're figuring out, how can I be more resourceful? How can I do differently last month? Do differently this month than I did last month. What worked last month that I want to continue doing? What season are we in that requires a different type of motivation or a different type of work, tasks. And then on top of that, I am teaching other women to do this too. Okay. That is probably, so your why, or, why you're doing this business is going to change throughout your days. Okay. So right now, I got way more joy and excitement because I messaged one of my leaders and I said, show me your back office. Show me, because I don't have access. Like, we have these bonus, we call it our dashboard, and our dashboard will tell us, like, we have different bonuses each month that you can go for and different perks. And there's these little, it tells you like, if you're getting close to that or what you need to do. Like, for instance, we have one perk that is sponsor 4 people and you get this unique bag. And so on your dashboard, it will say 1 and 4 if you sponsored one person. And then when you hit 4, then that whole box lights up green. Okay. So, and that's for all these bonuses. So I told one of my leaders, I said, send me screenshot your dashboard. Screenshot your dashboard. And I sent her a copy of mine so that she knew what I was talking about. And she was, oh my gosh, mine looks nothing like yours. And I said, I know. I said, I want to see how I can get yours to look like mine. So I looked at her dashboard and I said, okay, I need you to do these 3 things. Hi, Erica. I need you to do these 3 things right now if you have a moment. Don't stop. Don't think about it. Hey, Liz. Don't think twice about it. Just do these 3 things that I'm telling you to do, and let me know when you're done. She did those 3 things, so it was, like reaching out to different specific people to say specific things. I don't want to give it all away. And then 2 hours later, I looked on what I could see, and it looked like she just got one of her bonuses. And so I messaged her and I'm like, was that order in? Did, this person under you, did that person have placed that order before I talked to you? And she goes, no, with like all these like smiley, happy faces and like these little gifts that are like jumping up and down, because I told her to do 3 things. And within 2 hours, she had hit her first level bonus. She's now getting a bonus this month, more money than she had gotten before. Okay. So it is just based on, following the people that have succeeded ahead of you and doing what they do. Okay. So it's super easy. So I know I got off, I realized in that right there that I just got off track a little bit. But what I was trying to explain is that now today, my cup was filled because I helped her get that bonus. Okay. And that is what this job is all about, is, teaching other people to be successful and watching their paychecks grow. Okay. Like her paycheck just grew. Not only because I showed her the opportunity for this business, but because then I then taught her how to do it. And her paycheck just grew today because of that. Okay, so that is where I think my why is now, and what I'm getting at. So everybody's story is going to be different. There are going to be people out there who didn't have the $99 to spend at that moment, and that we raised by lifting others. I know a top leader in this company right now who didn't have the $99 when she started, so she went into her closet and she sold 6 pairs of shoes on Nextdoor or whatever, whatever app it was, sold the 6 shoes, got the $99 and started her business. Okay. How amazing is that? She is now a top earner. And when I say a top earner, these are people that are making like $20,000 a month. Okay. Like these are significant amounts of money. And all it was is because she went into her closet and sold 6 pairs of shoes to get the $99. Okay. I was lucky enough. I was in a position that I could spend the $99 and I was fine with that. Okay. But I will tell you, since then, this money has absolutely come in handy. There was this one particular time when we had all these bills that came due at the same time. We had gone through a significant amount of our savings, and I get a notification that my son's money on his lunch card at school was needed to be filled. And I'm like, I have 0 money in our account right now. I don't know what to do. So you know what I did? I started messaging people and I said, hey, you want to come over and have a one-on-one play date? Just playing with makeup. Okay. Let's just come over and play with makeup. Guess what? Somebody came over, played with makeup, not trying to sell them. They loved the makeup and they bought $200 worth of makeup. I turned around and I was able to put 3 months of money on my son's card before he woke up in the morning and had no idea that that had even happened, right? Like how amazing is that? So things like that definitely happen. A lot of the money that I make with Younique, I'm able to spend on trips. I went to Santa Fe in December. I went to Utah this month and I'm going to Houston next month. All of that, and I'm saying all of that, like the airplane tickets, the hotel tickets, the food that it is to spend that I'm there, is all paid on my Younique card. Okay. All the money that I have earned with Younique. So I'm not getting into our budget. I'm not putting money on a credit card. I'm not having to do any of that because I have Younique. So that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Okay. I needed to come on and I needed to tell you, because I got this challenge going on of what my story is. So in a nutshell, I was a person without identity. I was looking for something to be mine. I started a business, Younique. I made more friends than I ever knew I needed. I'm paying for things that I know I need to. And I'm growing as a person. Hi, Christine. My self-esteem is different, is huge. Hi, Melissa. I often say that this business saved my marriage. Okay. Because I had nothing of my own, like I had no identity. I relied on my husband for his identity, right? And I relied on him to be around me to make me happy. So he owns his own business. So people, if you own your own business, you know that it is not a 9 to 5, right? You have to work until the work is done. So I would be at home after I got home from my corporate job and I would be going, where's my husband? Where's my husband? Why isn't he home yet? Why isn't he home yet? Oh, I'm having to take care of these kids again. Oh, poor me. I'm so angry. And I just become bitchy. I was just bitchy. I was unhappy. I was grumpy. And I put all my happiness on him. So if he wasn't home to make me happy, then I wasn't happy. I was grumpy. I was irritated. And so this became mine, right? So I wasn't looking at the clock. Why isn't he home yet? Oh, is he still working? Is he still working? Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing that. If he came home at 7, if he came home at 8 and he'd be like, hey, what's going on? I'd be like, oh, nothing. I'm still working. Right? And I'm sitting at my desk working. So it gave me something to focus on. It gave me something to be proud of. It gave me something to enjoy. It gave me something to feel accomplished. So the reason why this is different than a corporate job, because I have one, right? I'm a supervisor in a corporate environment, right? The reason why it's different is because in a corporate environment, I'm told my value, right? I'm judged on my value. Like, I might be getting my work done and I might be doing a really good job, but my leader or my leader's leader, may not like my personality, right? Like we just don't click, whatever reason. I'm going to be judged on that. Like my value, the raise I get is going to be judged based on those things, right? Like I have no real control of what I get for multiple reasons. One, because somebody else is determining my value. Okay. So I can't control their thought process, right? Another reason is in a corporate environment, there is a pool of money that is already decided upon, and you get a portion of that pool of money when it comes to your bonus or it comes to your raises, right? Like that's how corporate environments work. It's not unlimited. There is absolutely 100% a ceiling, right? So your value, somebody else is determining. So the reason why it's different than Younique is because when at the beginning of January, when we're told, if you sponsor 4 people, I'm going to give you this hat, I'm going to give you this purse. Younique says that. I say, I get it. I know exactly what I need to do. I need to sponsor 4 people and I'm going to receive these 2 items. Okay. So it's different than, do your job well and you might get a raise, right? Like if they said you can get a 5% raise if you do these 2 tasks and you get a 10% raise if you do these 4 tasks, then that's different because that's how Younique works, right? But that's not how the corporate environment works. So that was another thing that I really enjoy. I enjoy with having a network marketing business is because you know what it takes to get to those things. And when you do those steps and you earn those things, you knew that that's what was going to happen. Right. And so, you become validated and you become, it's encouraging, right? Like there's no second guessing your processes, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's another reason of when I was working with Younique, how like your self-esteem increases when you start hitting these goals and you start realizing that you can achieve things that you never thought that you could achieve. And then the environment, like your friends that we build, is a different story too, because I don't know if you guys seen all these people that I'm saying hi to, but I would say the majority of those people are all Younique, like I call them Y sisters, that are no, there is not a single person who joined this live today that makes money off of me. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say, is that we encourage each other. So in the corporate environment, if the person next to you gets a significant bonus or a significant raise, you know that means that that's less money that you can make, right? Because it's one big pool. It's one big pot of money. So if the person sitting next to me is getting a big bonus and a big raise, that means I have less of a chance of getting a big bonus and a big raise. But that's not how network marketing works, right? The better you do, the better I do, whether we're on the same team or not. You know why? Because the better you do, the more word that spreads that these products are absolutely amazing and that this business is absolutely amazing. This career is a profession and it is absolutely amazing because there is no limit to how high you can go. There is no cap of how much money that you can make, literally. There is literally no cap of how much money you can make, okay? There is nobody that says, oh, you know what? You can only make 100,000. We have, I don't even know if I can count So we've been in business for 5 years, right? It's going to be 6 next year, I believe. Or maybe we're in 6 years now. Oh, we're 6 years now. Sorry, 6 years now. I've been with the company for almost 5 years. I went to corporate office a couple weeks ago, and there's a wall of influence. So to be on the wall of influence, you have got to be $1 million earner. Okay, so that means you made $1 million with this company. And there's what? Oh, Sylvia, Amy, you guys are still on. What is there? You think there's 12 on the wall? 15 on the wall? 15 people, 15 ladies who are making $1 million a year. Can you guys even fathom that? My corporate office, I don't know anybody who makes $1 million, but you also know what's weird or what's interesting is we can't talk about how much we're making in that corporate environment because people get angry. People say, well, if they're making that much, I deserve that much, right? But in network marketing, you go make it. It's up to you. You get to do it. You get to make these decisions. You get to decide how hard you want to work. You get to decide, do I love this product more than most things in my life? And I think everybody needs to know about this because that's what this comes down to, is when you realize that network marketing is a profession that is, that everybody needs to know that they have the opportunity to be in, then that's when you start opening your mouth. And that's what you've noticed that that's what I have been doing a lot more lately, right? There's 25 on the wall. Oh my gosh, Amy, $25 million earners with Younique. And this company's been around for 6 years. Let that sink in. And you know what? They just had a retreat for the top 41 earners in the company. And I listened to some of the lives of people that talked after they went to this retreat. And what everybody had said was there were no two people the same in that group of 41 people. You had people who did have sales experience and you had people who had zero sales experience. You had ladies who were putting on makeup the moment they were born, and you had ladies who probably didn't put on makeup until their second or third year with Younique, with a makeup company. You had ladies who, were in sweats, and you had ladies who were dressed like it was a fashion show. You just had all kinds of ladies. And the point is that there's no one way to do this business. There are multiple ways to do this business and to work into your lifestyle. So for me, oh my gosh, this live has just gone... I have been all over this different subjects. I am so sorry, you guys. But like for me, what I do is I wake up about an hour and a half earlier than I need to get ready for work. And I do my self-development because that is the number one key. You must be doing self-development. Reason being is that you need to have your self-esteem high. You can't come on and do these lives and be friendly with people if you're down in the dumps, right? Like you need to just like joy just needs to spill from you. And the way to do that is to do self-development. Okay. So I wake up about an hour and a half every morning. I do self-development and I have 3 tasks that I do with Younique. Excuse me. I'm very sorry about that. That are related to Younique that I do every single morning. And then the rest of that time I spend doing whatever seems to flow, like if I'm answering messages or whatever needs my attention. I get ready, I go to my corporate office. I'm there by 8 in the morning. And then if I'm able to step away from lunch, then I will spend a little bit of time following up with messages that I happen to get that, there during the morning hours, or, and this is from my team or my customers, my sideline sisters. And I will try to interact with some people on Facebook and maybe do a post. And then I'm usually off work by about 5:30 at my corporate job. Sometimes I'll stay at my office and I will do some Younique work during, and so I try to leave the office by 6 p.m. period. So if I'm having to do my corporate job or I'm able to work on Younique in those later hours, then that's what I do. I get home at 6. And if I'm good, I put on my workout clothes. If I'm not good, then I just tell my son he needs to go to Taekwondo, and I get him to Taekwondo. If I'm going to work out, I go work out at the same time. There's a Rayleigh's in between where I work out and where I do, hey Brandy, and where I do, where I work out and he does Taekwondo. And so, oftentimes when I'm done working out, I will walk over to Rayleigh's and I'll figure out what we're going to have for dinner. And then I'll pick up him from Taekwondo. I come home, I get dinner done, and I work Younique, for a little while longer. Help the kids with homework. During that time, we all kind of sit at the table together. They're doing homework or just playing around on their devices if their homework is done. But we're all just kind of sitting at the table together. And then I try to be done with Younique by 9 o'clock. And then I spend 9 to 10 with my husband. And then I go to bed and I start it all over. And it's working. It's working. And I had to find that routine. And that's what I tell people is that you're not too busy for this job. There's no way. You're not, for this career, I should say, you're not too busy for this, because when you're standing in line at the grocery store, you could be, we say work it in 15-minute blocks. If you got 15 minutes, if you got 5 minutes, I might, if I'm at a stoplight, I might do a little post, down below where nobody can see. You just figure it out when you're waiting in line to pick up your kids. Hi Andy. There's just, you can make it work. And so, what I found is, a way to make it work for me, right? And then just duplicating it. You just teach people that they can have this type of success also. So that's my story. Everybody, hi Kelly. Everybody has a different story. Everybody came into this in a different way. But that's the way I came into it. So if you are that mother, that corporate environment worker, that wife, that has lost her identity, hi Kim, that lost her identity, that feel is unfulfilled, right? You're just unfulfilled with your life. This could be an opportunity for you. Maybe working Younique itself is not fulfilling to you as it is to me. But that paycheck, that money, those bonuses, that money, those commissions that you make, that can help you pay for your travels to go find your fulfillment in Tahiti or wherever you want to go. Maybe that's where you find it. Maybe you find fulfillment teaching other women that you can be successful. I know that there's a particular woman that I have in mind that's a leader with our company who was in a position, she was a teen mom and she was married, and she was in a position that she had to stay in a very unhealthy environment because she didn't have the means to exit out of the relationship. And so that is something that drives her right now, is to teach other women that you can succeed on your own. You can make a living. You can support yourself. You can support your family without having to have that second income if that's not something that's available to you. I will tell you that I sat down with some ladies. I had a training back in December, and I sat down because there seem to be a lot of divorces happening within the Younique environment, and I brought it up. Like I said, what do you think is happening? Why are all these divorces happening? And we all started talking, and the consensus that we came up with is that these were unhappy marriages to begin with. These were women who were put themselves in a bad position for whatever reason, right? But they weren't able to leave. And then when they started making the money themselves, when that purple card started paying for their car payment, for their grocery bills, and for these other things that showed them that they had a means to survive outside of that unhappy relationship, then they were leaving. And now not all of them are because the woman left. I'm not trying to say that. but I'm just saying that the majority of them were, where women were able to realize that they could feed their families on their own, right? And they could go and be happy on their own, and they can find a better relationship that actually soothes their soul versus their bank account. And when you start realizing that, like this one leader, she is completely happy, absolutely adores her husband. They're so cute together. He travels with her. So like she'll do these speaking engagements and he'll travel with her. Like I honestly don't know that I've ever known her to go to an event that he wasn't there. But her biggest thing is knowing that she has that, those means to do what she needs to do, when she needs to do it, and how she needs to do it. And what if her husband died? Like, what if it wasn't even that they weren't happy together? What if it was just that he died and she was relying on his paycheck? And if he died, what would happen, right? I have another leader who actually brought that up. Hi, Leah. That she's 45-ish, and she said that within a month's time, 3 of her very close friends, in different groups of friends, their husband passed away. And the first thing that she thought of is, oh my gosh, is that woman still going to be able to survive, like financially? And 2 of them were fine, but one of them wasn't. One of them was not financially set and able to take care of herself and take care of her family. And that is the type of thing that this business will do for you, right? Like this will allow you to be able to take care of your family and pay your bills. I've talked enough. I went all over the board. That's my story. If you can relate to me, I would love to talk more to you. If you are a mother, if you're anybody who has lost their identity in life and you're looking to find out who you are and challenge yourself to become a better person and to reach for new heights, then come talk to me. I hope you guys have a fabulous Saturday. Thank you everybody who popped on. Thank you everybody who stayed with me. I hope you guys all have a fabulous night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.